Man, I can't believe it. I am Mario.
Still enjoying it right now.
Bowser also enjoys heavy metal music. And he rules!
And he's like, can you get it higher than that? And I was like, let's see how tight these pants are. I mean, you know what I mean?
Anticipation is at an all-time high for this film, and fans can't wait for its release on April 5th in the US. Of course, we're talking about the Super Mario Bros. Movie from Illumination Entertainment.
Sure if you know who I am. A respected and honorable leader who wants to bring peace and unity to all of the Mushroom Kingdom. I do not. Just kidding. He's totally evil and he breathes fire.
Today we wanted to look over some behind-the-scenes moments and get excited about this film's release. So let's go ahead and jump right into it.
He's taken by her beauty, but also she's a badass. She can really hold her own in a fight, and Bowser respects that.
Chris Pratt talks about just the nostalgia behind all of this and being able to take his child to see this, and it's already a recognizable character.
How many opportunities do you ever get in your lifetime to take your child to a movie when the lead character has nostalgia for both you and your child, for having a profound impact on their childhood?
But before we get into more of these moments, some trivia for you. Speaking in terms of video games for Mario, what platform was Mario Party 7 developed for? Leave your guesses in the comments down below and stick around till the end of the video to find out if your answer was correct.
I'm gonna take my 10-year-old to see this movie. He'll remember the first time he played Mario when he was 9, and I'll remember the first time I played Mario when I was 9.
Chris Pratt even talked about seeing the film for the first time, and he references that it's funny and touches on the nostalgia characters and feels, and the animation is spot on.
It's really cool. You get a sense that, I mean, it's serious world building, amazing animated set pieces, and they just build these carts and they just rock these hot rodded carts all around these suspended highways through the Jungle Kingdom.
When the first teaser trailer released for this film, I think a lot of people were surprised to see how spot on the animation was when it came to all of the characters in the real life setting of the Mario world.
And trying to impress his father, and that's what drives a lot of his desires to entertain and to get attention, which I very much relate to.
Of course, we saw the failure of the 1993 Super Mario film adaptation, but like I said, once people saw the animation style alone in the teaser trailer, people finally realized that this time was different, and the characters from the Mario world that we all know and love looked the same from the gaming world.
I was thrilled that I was just getting a chance to be in this thing, let's be honest. Luigi's an iconic character. I love the Super Mario Brothers, and then I was I was laughing out loud reading the script.
According to the Mario creator, the idea for a new Mario film came from bringing their older games to the Virtual Console and other services. Such transitions took time for the company.
There's an enthusiasm that's infectious about him, and I saw it on the page, and I definitely also wanted to make sure I was imbuing the performance with that. When he encounters Mario, there's this golden opportunity for him to show him his world and what his world is all about.
And Miyamoto recognized that, quote, our content business would be able to develop even further if we were able to combine our long-beloved software with that of video assets and utilize them together for extended periods.
I had a lot of leeway to improvise and to colloquialize. They're just rolling audio, and you can just say a million different versions of the same line, and you know what the character's trying to say, and so you can say what's written, you can say what's not written to attempt to, get that meaning across.
Jack Black, who plays Bowser, which he does pretty well, might I add, spoke about his character in playing him.
I just sort of tapped into my inner beast, my inner monster. When you're playing a character, just like a character with no redeemable qualities, just vicious.
Charlie Day, who plays Luigi, also talks about playing this iconic character, what it meant to be able to be a part of this big project.
I absolutely love getting to be Luigi. He's such a fun character. His sort of nervous tendencies, his great big heart, It was a good character to play, and I just had so much fun doing it.
The voice of Toad in the trailer, I think a lot of people were surprised by as well. We all know the voice of Toad, but it made sense as to why they changed it, because the Toad character has a lot of lines, so the creators wanted to give him a more normal voice.
And the director's like, I like what you're doing, can you get it a little bit higher? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure, I get a little bit higher. And he says, can you get it even higher than that? I'm like, yeah, I can get it a little bit higher than that. Keegan, just pretend you're on helium. Just pretend you're on helium.
And speaking of Toad's voice, the voice actor Keegan-Michael Key spoke about his favorite message in the film.
There's a lot of things to take away, but one of the big things is Mario's spirit, this sense of loyalty and never say die. And I think that's good for kids to learn that sense of like, never give up, never give up.
But real quick, make sure you guys check out our Instagram page linked down in the description. There's a ton of interview moments and memes, so make sure you check it out and give us a follow.
What kind of voice do I want to do? It's never going to sound too different from my own voice, because what was different was just the reach of these characters and the scale of this movie and the fact that everyone has a relationship.
Seth Rogen, who plays Donkey Kong in the film, talked about this film as well, getting to bring Donkey Kong to life, his personality, and the video capturing attributes of the game.
They gave me quite a bit of freedom, if I recall. They encourage it, you know, especially with voiceover. It's like, it's so easy to try different stuff, and you're the only one there, so if it's not good, you're not wasting, like, 200 people's time.
We also get some group interviews, like with Chris Pratt and Charlie Day.
Just knowing the music, knowing the beats, being able to pick out all the Easter eggs, knowing all of these characters, that's a big part of the joy of this film.
What was different was just the reach of these characters and the scale of this movie and the fact that everyone has a relationship.
The film was animated by Illumination Studios Paris in Paris, France. Production was underway by September 2020, with animation work ending in October of 2022.
Aaron and Michael create such a beautiful environment to try new things, and they always feel very supportive of you, and if you want to try anything a bit like wild or crazy, they really have the door open for that.
So they spent a good chunk of time on the animation alone, which explains why it looks so good. Of course, all of this was inspired by the video game, and there was a lot they had to go off of, with Mario in the main storyline of the games.
Everyone in the Mushroom Kingdom has value in the eyes of Princess Peach. Bowser rules with an iron fist, with rage. He controls his population of Koopas with fear.
A couple of animators who were responsible for the style of animation that was used for the characters wanted the animation to juggle stylized animation with realism.
There's like a big Rainbow Road chase, which is something that I've probably been wanting to see since I was a kid. It does a good job of kind of, I think, capturing the worlds and settings and different levels of the games, and actually kind of incorporating them into the story. And
with one of them claiming that there are moments of cartoony fun, but we wanted it to feel like a big adventure film, and that there are stakes, and maybe you believe that these characters can die, so they're not super squishy and super stretchy.
You're gonna get to see it all. You're gonna get to see the Mushroom Kingdom. You're gonna get to see the Rainbow Road. But for me, you're gonna get to see Brooklyn. And I think, that is the most exciting set piece of all, because you never know what's going to happen in Brooklyn.
We get more insight into what Toad does and his role in the film.
Well, Toad is a character that lives in the Mushroom Kingdom that is ruled by Princess Peach. And he is a very gung-ho member of the kingdom. He absolutely, positively loves where he's from.
Anya Taylor-Joy, of course, voices the role of Princess Peach herself, and it's interesting to hear her talk about playing this character and what it was like for her.
Grabs the reins, she takes control, she's very, very determined and absolutely fearless. She's just head first into battle. I think she's really cool. I aspire to be more like her.
And of course, we cannot get enough of Donkey Kong himself.
asked myself, like, if you saw this movie out in the world, would you be upset if you were not a part of it? And the answer was yes. I thought it would be something that I really would like, and something that, as someone who, really grew up with this stuff.
During an interview with the cast of this film on The Kelly Clarkson Show, you can tell that the cast was extremely grateful to be a part of this huge video game series and all of its characters, and they kinda can't hold back their excitement for the film release, especially Chris Pratt.
The music is incredible. It's full of nostalgia, but also it's done in a very beautiful and contemporary, cutting-edge way with animation. It's so funny. These guys are absolutely incredible.
No reviews for the film as of yet, which is interesting considering usually they have them out by now, considering it's a week before release.
The Super Mario Brothers movie. Exciting. Hilarious. Romantic. Thrilling. Enchanting. Psychedelic.
However, I don't think many people will have to worry, and the animation alone is enough to reel a lot of people in to see the movie. We will just have to wait for the real release to see how this whole thing turns out.
But I was given a lot of leeway to improvise. In fact, it kind of ended up on the cutting room floor, but I ended up improvising an entire song for the movie where Toad finally gets to go on an adventure.
And as far as the answer to our trivia question, Mario Party 7 was originally released for the GameCube in 2005.
I loved it. I cried, actually. I literally cried seeing this movie. I was so proud of it. It's fantastic. It's funny, it's got a lot of heart, it touches on all of the nostalgia.
So what do you guys think about all these moments? Who are you most excited to see in this film, and what do you think about Chris Pratt being the voice of this character? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on for more videos just like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
And he rules with the power of rock, and he shall destroy all in his path.